to the Strings Attached Mother-Daughter Knitting and All Things String podcast. I'm Mallory.
I'm Frida.
I'm the daughter.
I'm the mom.
And today is, let's see, what is today? April
16th.
Is it really?
Well, yesterday was April 15th.
Oh, wait.
Taxes was due yesterday.
April 16th. Okay. Yeah. We made it before Easter.
We did. Barely.
I didn't think we were going to make it.
Yeah. I might have had more done after Easter, but...
Yeah. Well, you went on a vacation, and I just haven't really been knitting, so...
I got some stuff done. It's just not much finished.
Yeah. I'm in like a... I don't know. Nothing's exciting to me right now that I'm making. Not really. I'm in like a boring... I know, I'm in like a boring phase with all my stuff, you know? But I got to get stuff done, and I can start new exciting things.
I know. It's... yeah. I'd like to start something new.
Yeah. So, okay. Well... I guess we'll start with what we're wearing, because we totally forgot to do that last time. I just had to put it in at the bottom of the screen. So why don't you go first?
This is the Wapta
Falls
Pullover, V-neck pullover by MJ Off the Hook Designs. And we talked about it last time. I'd had it in a bag forever. And Mallory says, why don't you finish that? So I did. And so this is my FO also. So here it is. All sewed up. Got the band on the bottom.
Looks good.
Yeah.
What did you lack last time? Just the band on the bottom?
Sewing the arms and the sides and the band.
Oh, yeah. I remember saying it looked like a poncho.
Yeah.
Because it was open.
But it's all finished.
Yeah, I like it. It looks good.
I don't like the way that purple stripe comes down on my arm, but it makes it look a little bit like a drop shoulder, though.
What do you mean? What's wrong with it?
I don't know. It makes my shoulders look so round.
You look so old.
I look so old.
That's a quote.
From the movie.
Yeah. I wasn't calling her old. But no, I think it looks fine. It's supposed to be bell sleeved, for one thing. That's the pattern, right?
No, it's not bell sleeved.
Yeah, it is. Look. Well, I guess not bell sleeved,
no,
but
it's just loose.
Their sleeves aren't tapered.
It is a little bit long, so I just
cuffed it.
Yeah, it's fine. It feels good because it's not hot. The air blows through these granny squares,
And it's acrylic yarn, so it's not too hot.
Yeah, it's fine.
And the green tank top underneath, you can't even see, really. It blends in.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I thought the green would blend in maybe better than some.
Yeah, I can't even see it. Yeah. Very nice. Well, I'm wearing my Miette shawl by Cozy Up Knits. It's knit in Knit Picks cotton, whatever their cotton is called.
Cottonese?
I think it's Pima cotton.
Pima cotton, maybe, yeah. Could be.
Yeah, Knit Picks, whatever their Pima cotton is. I don't remember the colorways, but I can put it. It's like a brown, a tan, and a light pink.
So pretty.
Yeah.
Looks good with the shirt.
Yeah, I think I was making this with my pink, like, Sherpa jacket in mind when I made it. But I had this, like, what is this anyway? Like a rosish?
Mauve.
Really? It's kind of like, to me, it kind of reminds me of like desert, like a desert color. Yeah. Like terracotta, but like lighter. I don't know. Anyway, I had the shirt on today, and it's not really cold enough outside to wear a coat.
No.
And I wanted to wear something knitted for the podcast, and I was looking at my sweaters, and I was like, man, those are too hot. So then I was like, oh yeah, I have a shawl. Yeah, I can wear that. So
I don't think I've ever seen you wear it.
I've worn it like 2 times. It was more just to make it. I enjoyed making it. It was fun.
It's really pretty, that little stitch that they did.
All the fun stitches. I never did put tassels on it. I don't think I want them.
It would make it a little more floppier.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like...
I like it the way it is. So.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave it the way it is.
It's really a beautiful pattern.
It is really pretty. If I get hot, which I'm kind of cold right now, I'll show it to you guys. But it's got this like little basket weave stitch up here, and then just some like garter and more of that basket. I forget what this was called. But very fun to make. Pretty. And it's cotton, so it doesn't itch your neck, and it's not too hot. Yeah. Yeah, this is I think I did this last spring.
Probably. Something like that.
I think I have a picture of me wearing it, and there was like a pink dogwood behind me in the picture, so it would have been, yeah, I've had it done a year. So that's good. Yeah. That's what we're wearing. Check, covered that. What do you want to do? FOs? You already got this is your only FO?
That's my only FO.
Okay, well, I have 2. They're small, but I finished my little purse. It's not perfect. So this is the Grace Clutch by Julie Lay Francois, and it came from the Knit Scene magazine. So I don't remember. I don't remember exactly where I was last time.
I just watched it. You had one side done, you didn't have it flapped over, and you had this half knitted, the other side half knitted.
Okay. So then I've knitted the other half and put it all together. And I ordered these really pretty little magnet snap buttons for this part. So she just has you use cardboard for this. I feel like something like, look how.
I think it needs that real thin plastic.
Yes. Or I was thinking even like I should have used like paint stirrer sticks.
That'd been too big.
You think?
Yeah.
It's about the right, I don't know. Anyway, by the time I got this all done, the cardboard was getting bent. You know, like by the time I actually put it together, like there's pretty significant bends in that cardboard. So am I going to take it apart and redo it? Probably not. Because the amount of uses I'm going to get out of this, it's not going to be like heavily used. It's going to be used for like winter time, like a little outfit or, you know, something like that, just to like kind of tuck right here. I'm not going to use it all the time. Mm-hmm. But it is cute. And I was thinking, oh, it's probably going to need a liner. No. The collar work is so dense in there that I like the seam at the bottom. This was kind of tricky. Like the pattern is just one page in a magazine, so it's not real detailed on like how to do all this stuff. Like you make these little gathered up pleats. Yeah. So I kind of had to just kind of use my own judgment and just kind of shove the needle in there and just make it happen. So the pattern is definitely not for the inexperienced. Because, I've knitted a lot, and this was a challenge. This was definitely a challenging one.
It's tedious.
And also, I don't know, it wasn't real descriptive on, how to put it together. So I feel like my seams, even though these were literally lined up perfectly when they were not sewed into a purse, by the time I actually put it together, it moved.
Well, you have ruffles.
I know, but they were fine before I finished it. Like before I wrapped it over and sewed it all up, everything was fine. But then once I got it all sewed up, it's like that needs to be over a little bit. But I know nobody's going to notice that, but it just bugs me because I just feel like it wasn't super descriptive on how to put it together. But it's still good. I like it. And I probably won't ever make another one, but it was something different to make, something I've never made before. And it's fun and it's cute. And I can say, oh yeah, I made this. And it'll hold a phone, keys, lipstick.
Yeah.
It's pretty decent sized for a clutch. Mm-hmm. So
yeah.
So that's my Grace clutch. All done. The yarn was Knitting for Olive Merino. Just merino, I think. And it's a fingering weight yarn. And I think it worked well. I was kind of wanting more of a toothy yarn when I first started this pattern, but I think it turned out really good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's soft. And like I said, I didn't really want to use merino because I was afraid that it would pill. But honestly, how much am I going to use this? When you think about it, it's only going to be a few times.
If it pilled, you could pick them off.
Yeah.
You see that bottom. That bottom's nice.
I know, isn't that pretty?
Oh, it looks like you put a little trim, black trim on there.
I forget. I think it's just from sewing it up. I forget exactly how that comes together, but anyway, all done.
It's funny how we forget.
I know.
It wasn't that long ago, and you go, well, I can't remember how I did it.
I know it.
I've heard other people say that too. It's like, we did it.
Because you kind of just do it as what the pattern says.
And when you're done with it, you're done. Your mind goes, whoop, something else.
Yeah. Yeah. People used to say that to me about having another baby after your first one. Your mind forgets all of the horrible parts, and mine didn't.
You still remember?
That's those are the parts I remember. I remember the hard parts. not the easy parts. The hard parts is what I remember.
Well, when I had you, I had 15 years to forget.
The whole thing was hard for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are my Easter socks that I completed. I did complete them, I don't know. Has it been? It's been 3 weeks now, probably.
Could be, yeah. Yeah, you've had them done.
I've had them done 2 or 3 weeks. But these are actually one use dirty at this point.
The Easter party.
Yeah, I wore them to Mom's Easter last Saturday. true Easter is this coming Sunday.
Yeah,
but
I had an Easter egg hunt last Saturday.
But yeah, I wore these to Mom's Easter thing. So they've been worn once, but they're fine. And I was like, I don't need to wash them. I only wore them for a couple hours while we were over here, and I kept them clean. So yeah, the yarn was, oh darn.
Same stuff you made the Christmas socks out of.
Mm-hmm. Man, I'm drawing a blank. I'll have to put it at the bottom of the screen. But it was really inexpensive, and it comes like ready to go. You don't have to cake it up or anything. I loved it. I was expecting it to be big stripes, like big, 4 rows or whatever each, but it kind of did this like, I don't know, thick and thin thing. But when you hold it, like when you look at it far away, it kind of looks like a
big stripes.
like a gradient.
Yeah, it does.
Like it kind of looks like it all like just kind of
Okay.
melts together. But then, yeah, that's what it actually looks like up close. But it's really pretty. And then the white was just some leftover white yarn that I had from my last pair of socks I made. And I actually, so when I ordered West Yorkshire Spinners, that's the yarn, that's the brand. When I ordered this yarn, I ordered a skein of cream too. I showed it on the last podcast. And I actually ran out on like the very tip of the toe on my second sock of what I was using. And I looked at that completely different brand. I looked at that new West Yorkshire Spinners yarn, and I was like, man, I can't see a difference. So I finished one of these toes in the West Yorkshire Spinners, but I mean, you
cannot tell a difference.
I mean, at all. Maybe it's this one. I can kind of see like a line right there. Maybe
It's not enough to matter.
The weight of the yarn is a little bit different or something, but no, you can't tell. So it worked out. I used up all of that one skein of cream that I had, completely used.
Well,
but I just love these. I think they're so pretty and springy and fun. And yeah, so I'll probably wear them on Easter Sunday as well, because we're going to my husband's family's thing. So I'll wear them there. So that's my other FO. That's all for FOs for me today.
I just had the one.
Okay, well, let's do whips then.
Okay. I tried to have one, and I was finishing it day before yesterday. I thought, I want to get this finished so I can have it done. And my sleeves were too little. Let me get her out here.
Oh, yeah.
It is, show them what it is. I showed it, the pattern. I just showed you the pattern last
And the yarn.
time. And the yarn. And
Holiday
I had
glow.
like 5 or 6 inches done. So, I got the 2 front and back sewed, and I think I did really good on the
Oh yeah, that
the
was
shoulder.
really nice.
And it's got a little ridge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it fits good. The neck is the right size and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But then I sewed my sleeves on that I made, and my arms are just bigger than that. So anyway, I'm going to make 2 new sleeves because I've got gobs of yarn.
Well, you thought you had maybe accidentally used the wrong hook.
I think I could have, because when it's not that many different stitches, and it's a lot bigger. So I must have used a smaller hook, like I'd laid it down. And I have hooks, here and there and everywhere. I think I just picked up the wrong.
I knew you were gonna say that. Here and there and everywhere. I knew you were.
Here and there and everywhere. Yeah, I do. That's true. I do. Yeah, and so my yarn is Joann's Fabrics K&C.
Which no longer. Joanne's
Yeah, I
is
guess
gone.
they won't. Yeah, it's organic cotton.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 3. So, I mean, I like the yarn.
Yeah.
I don't know if there'll be an online
good.
sales for a while or not. But anyway,
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
I've got plenty of yarn. I'm not going to run out.
Good. Good. Oh yeah. Speaking of, on the last podcast, we went through that whole thing with your Fleece and Harmony sweater.
Well, you want to do that now?
Oh sure. Yeah. Might as well.
Okay. Well, last podcast, we thought I ordered it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
No. I found my packing slip. I ordered silk worsted.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason they probably sent me the errand was because I also ordered, oh no, what happened to it here?
She ordered another yarn that was Erin.
Yeah, this was Erin. And this
Yeah.
is Fleece and Harmony Signature Harbor.
No, but that's still not the same as,
No, it's not the same.
because that other was Signature Erin.
Okay,
Whatever.
that's right.
Anyway,
So,
she did
forget
order
that.
it correctly.
I did order it correct. And this is the Signature Erin that we talked about.
Yeah.
And so I went ahead and ordered another one. And this is real close.
Mm-hmm. This is close. So her newest skein is closer to her original like 6 or 7 skeins that I first got her for Mother's Day.
This one was.
Than this one.
Which this was purchased real close to this being purchased.
Mm-hmm.
And it's completely off.
So that just goes to show you with the hand dyeing, it can
can
definitely
be different.
vary.
It's just the way it is.
Yeah, but if you're gonna make a sweater out of hand dyed yarn,
Make sure you get
order more than just order another skein.
We just didn't know what we were going to make out of this yarn. You didn't either when with your Jenny jacket.
I didn't.
You just looked at it, matched.
So now she's gonna just stop using that super teal one.
Yeah.
Use the newest one that she got, and then for her bands, she can go back to the teal, or she can.
I think there'll be plenty.
She can use this. Yeah, you might not even need it.
I think.
But I still think this is really, really pretty. This is the signature.
Yeah, I'm keeping it.
Yeah, I mean that would make a really nice hat. Or put in color work on something.
If it's an Aran, sure.
I'm envisioning like a gray or like even like a cream sweater with this as the color work.
With an Aran yarn for the others. Yeah.
I think you could mix this in with worsted.
For a little bit of color.
Yeah, it'd be all right. Like a Jennifer Steingass like yoke where she starts here. Oh, that'd be really pretty.
Yeah.
So that'll get used. But yeah, it wasn't Mom's fault. She didn't need her power of attorney. She did good. She just got the wrong one sent to her. It happens.
Yeah. It happens.
But yeah. Whatever.
So
it's all good yarn.
I'm not embarrassed no more.
Okay.
I did it right.
Yeah.
It wasn't Pilot Air. It was
just
what's the tower? The people in the tower's air.
Control tower.
Control tower air. Not.
We shouldn't be joking about that. That's the true problem right now.
It is a true problem right now.
Okay, so for whips for me, like I said, I really haven't been wanting to work on any of my stuff. I'm bored with it. So I finished those socks, and it was all I could do not to just cast on another pair of plain vanilla socks, because I just don't want to knit all the things that I have right now. So, but I did not. So I got out my Slipstravaganza blanket.
Woohoo!
And I worked and worked and worked and worked. I've knitted tons on this in the last couple of weeks, really. And then how far have I got? Like a half an inch.
She's worked and worked and worked for a half inch.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I ran out of the yarn that I needed. I have more, but it's not caked up. So then I put it back in the bag, and I probably won't work on it for like 6 or 7 more months. Who knows?
That's all right. You'll eventually get it done.
This is one of those like years-long masterpiece projects.
It's taken me as long to finish my Jenny jacket as it is you to finish this whole blanket.
Well, this blanket is not going to be finished for a long time, because it is. Here, hold that, would you? What did I drop? I dropped something, didn't I? I don't know. Okay, Slipstravaganza, Stephen West. It's a huge blanket. Huge. Let's see.
There you go.
Yeah.
Almost better.
And hopefully I got it on there right. I am almost to the last section.
Really?
Yes, but look at that last section.
Ooh, ripple.
It's like the chevron thing at the end. Look how big that section is. Oh my goodness. And I have to like cast on more stitches and everything. So it's gonna even. So yeah, I like worked and worked and worked on this.
That's pretty.
I'm on this little like picket fence looking stitch, and I think I got like maybe an inch.
Maybe you already had that.
Maybe in the last like 6 weeks, I've made an inch's progress on this.
It's a lot of stitches.
Yeah, I haven't counted them, but there's a lot of stitches on here. But yeah. Oh look, I've got one flamingo and one bow.
They're both pink.
I didn't notice that. Okay, so yeah, here it is. It's gonna be really pretty. I keep thinking it's not gonna be big enough, but that last section is large. It is big, but
it's plenty big enough to put over the back of a couch or something.
Even if it's not like gigantic like it is in the picture, because I did not gauge swatch for this or anything. I just started.
This will open up when you block it.
Yeah, and even if it's not big enough to like go on a bed, it'll be a perfectly fine throw size to put on the back of a couch or whatever I decide to do with it. But it is fun. It's fun to make. It's just wild, Just the wild. But all those different stitches are fun. Like that was fun to do. These were fun, just like real simple and satisfying.
These look
the bubbles were fun.
These look like pockets. Like
Will says they look like a disease. like an infection. And then these things are real
Said
easy.
that.
These are real easy to do and kind of fun. So hopefully the chevron section is enjoyable because it's the biggest section. It's going to take me the longest, so hopefully it's a fun stitch.
Well, we enjoyed the
But I feel like
chevron
that's-
crocheting.
I feel like that's why people do Stephen West, though. Because he makes it fun. The stitches are like wild and fun.
Mm.
They're not, they're not boring. I was having fun working on that, and then I ran out of yarn, and it's like, put it up.
Wow.
I need to get out my Swift and stuff and cake up some other things. So when I do that, I'll go ahead and get them ready because I'm gonna need one of every color, I think, next. So okay, any more whips for you?
Oh, whips?
Yeah, whips.
I got whips.
Whip it up.
Right. I'm not going to show the jean jacket, and I didn't work on the frame.
You haven't worked on the frame at all?
No,
No,
not
alright.
to show. So last time I showed this, pretty much looked like this, only I did my increases and I've got them all on the round, got the sleeves tied off. But while I was on vacation,
Well, tell what it is.
okay, it is the anchor,
That's stiff.
what's it called? The kids, just anchor sweater. It's the child's.
Yep.
And
Tickle my nose.
so while I was on vacation, I pretty much, because I was trying to knit them both together, so they'd be done at the same time. I got the top part of the pink one.
So the blue one's Alice's and the purple one is
Yeah, and they're going to be huge. And we both decided what size. They're going to be absolutely
perfect. They can wear them for 3
huge.
years.
Yeah.
She's using Big Twist. This is another Joanne yarn, so unfortunately Joanne's is over. But
Yeah, I don't
this
know.
yarn, I believe it's Encore that makes a yarn very similar to this. Isn't it Encore?
They do make a yarn very similar because we've had it before.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe made
Big
by
Twist,
Encore
Big
for all I
Twist
know.
Jelly Bean.
This is Berry Blast.
And this one is Superman Ice Cream. Yeah,
That's what it looks like.
that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
And it's just an acrylic polyester blend yarn.
Mhm.
But it's going to be really pretty. Hopefully you got enough of it to make this sweaters.
I have got 2 more balls. I made sure I had plenty.
Okay,
Probably got enough to make 2.
perfect. Give them a matching hat.
I could. Be lucky to get them sweaters done.
And that's it for me.
So you talk about your 12 hours in the airport.
Yeah, I went to Florida. I had to fly by myself. I didn't like to fly anyway. So I arrived at Florida Airport at noon.
Fort Lauderdale. It's a small.
Fort Lauderdale at noon. It's not a real big airport.
Yeah.
They did not come in until 10 at night.
My sister and her family.
The same airline type, but
Yeah,
so I sat in the airport waiting room for 10 hours.
10 hours.
Went to Starbucks a couple times, had lunch, had supper at Starbucks. Went to the bathroom a couple times.
Knitted,
Knitted. I moved around in different places so it didn't look like I was loitering. And it was about an hour before they were to arrive, about 9 o'clock or something like that. And I'm sitting there, wasn't paying any attention. And I looked up, there was nobody in that airport. There was 2 men over on the other side, obviously waiting for a flight or something. So I went up, it's kind of worried me. I thought, I'm not here by myself.
What do you think you were going to do? Get locked in there?
I don't know. It just frightened me for a little bit. So I went up to one of the attendants that was behind. I said, was everybody going home? She said, yeah, we're pretty much all going home. But they didn't. But she said everybody that comes in, that's all went through security.
Yeah.
So, okay, I calmed down. It was fine. And I went over and sat in the half of the airport where those other 2 guys were sitting, just so I wouldn't be over here by myself. And then it wasn't long till some younger people came in. There was maybe 10 of us waiting for about an hour
Mm-hmm.
in that big waiting room.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was fine.
I took her to the Indianapolis airport to drop her off, and I felt like I was dropping off like my child.
You had to say bye.
I went through TSA with her, and they're like, "There's something." They scanned my ID. They said, "Wait a minute, there's something wrong with your boarding pass." I said, "Oh, I don't have a boarding pass. I'm just getting her on the plane." And they're like,
She said,
"Oh, okay." So they got me through, and
Getting mom on the plane instead of mom getting a child.
I know. And then so I waited with her for, I don't know, we were there probably an hour or something.
Yeah, maybe.
So then it was time for her to board or whatever, and I stood there and I watched her go all the way down the ramp, like She can make it. Okay. All right. Okay, she didn't trip. All right, she's good. All right, she turned the corner. Okay, she's in somebody else's hands now.
And I sat by a nice couple flying down. We talked. That he and I talked. She slept the whole 2.5 hours. And then coming back, I was sitting by a mother and daughter, really nice couple.
Yeah.
And coming back, we knew what time, we wanted to be there like an hour before boarding time, blah, blah, blah. And Julie looked at her thing and it showed traffic. I forgot about traffic because it was right at the time when there would be like work traffic. And I got there 12 minutes before we boarded. 12 minutes.
Yikes.
And I had not got the little girls anything yet because I thought we would go to some place where there would be like cheaper stuff because we was in a section that all the stores we went to.
You guys were near Palm Beach. That's pretty.
I mean, like a little t-shirt was $32 or
Yeah.
something. I thought, no, I'll surely come up with something. I thought we would stop on the way.
Mm-hmm.
We'd have time to stop on the way somewhere.
Yeah.
So Julie said, no shopping. You just go right over there and make sure you're on that plane.
Yeah.
I get over there and I got 12 minutes. I hurry and go back to them.
This is after TSA and everything, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I hurry and go back over and by myself, to where they were selling. It was just 2 little places. There wasn't much in that airport as far as buying. And there was these dolphins, sharks, or something. I remember seeing them the time before.
One was gray, one was blue.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't decide nothing. I went over there and I grabbed, went and paid for it. I didn't know what they looked like. But I got the girls something.
The girls liked them. She didn't even go to Miami, and one of them says, "Welcome to Miami" on it.
I thought maybe it was Miami
They ripped-
Dolphins, but you said they were shark.
They ripped that T-shirt off anyway.
Yeah.
They took that T-shirt off in 2 seconds. So
They didn't know it said "Welcome to Miami."
they don't care. They like it.
I thought, well, I'll get them a T-shirt there. They were all Fort Lauderdale T-shirts. I didn't know about that.
So then I had to pick her up that night,
Oh my!
and your plane was supposed to land at
20 to 11.
10:50 or something.
10:50 maybe.
Yeah, 46. 10:46.
Okay.
Anyway, I am not kidding. It was I can't say the worst storm because we didn't have there was no tornadoes that night, but it was an insane thunderstorm, torrential downpour, thick, heavy drops. And it's about
The kind you can't see the road.
It's like an hour and 10 minutes normally to get to the airport. It took me like probably an hour and a half or more just to get to the airport. And it was so hard to see, and it never, ever let up.
No.
That entire time I drove to the airport. Hey. Okay, hang on.
What you want?
There. Take it back to her.
Okay.
So I think me and the storm just traveled together.
Then it
I
traveled
was just in the
back.
eye of the storm the whole time. And then, yeah, so then I picked up, Mom's flight was delayed. I knew it was going to be. So when I get to the airport, the highway to the airport is kind of like just for the airport, like once you get close. So there were cars lined up on the shoulder of the highway just for a mile with their flashers on. And when I first pull up to it, I was like, what are all these people doing? What is this? Then I realized, oh, they're all waiting on a flight.
Yeah.
They're
'cause
picking people up.
You couldn't pull up and stay there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I guess that's what I'll do. So I just pulled over in the shoulder behind another car and just put my flashers on. And, I mean, you're on a highway. There's not like people walking around, but still, locked my doors and just sat there. And I looked up her flight and I saw that it was delayed and no estimated time or anything, just delayed. I'm like, okay. So
I was there for a while.
I called my husband. I was like, hey, I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to be back. So it wasn't
that long.
like 15 minutes or something. And then you were
Yeah.
on the ground.
Right.
But then they wouldn't let you out because there was lightning.
They thought that when we first got on the plane, they thought we was going to have to go around the storm. That was why it was going to be delayed.
Mm-hmm.
But then he must have found a hole in the storm or something. And we landed, but we couldn't get out because of the lightning.
Yeah, I felt bad for you because I knew you'd be scared landing in that storm.
Yeah, it was,
Ugh.
you know how the planes, they make that
My
noise?
shudder. Ugh. I don't care for that.
I thought, oh, well.
But then I saw, it arrived. So I was like, okay, well, at least she's landed. And then here in a few minutes, you texted all of us and said, I'm on the ground, but they won't let us out. So finally, I think
It wasn't very long.
Yeah.
It just had to quit lightning.
And then you said, okay, I'm off the plane. I'm walking out. And so I pulled up to the front door. And within like 2 minutes, there she was.
Yeah, I looked out the door and there was her car.
It worked out. Yeah.
It did.
And at that point in time,
That's an experience for me.
It actually wasn't raining too bad. It was raining, but it wasn't like scary sideways rain or anything. So she gets in the car, we get everything in, we get going again, and then the rain picked up.
Yeah, it did.
You know how a storm will kind of like see around? I feel like I was in the top part of the sea, and then it swirled, and then coming back, we were in the bottom part of the sea.
The road was hard to see, and
oh man, I drove in the rain for 3 hours that night.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just a sprinkle. It was, whew, it was not a good.
It was raining cats and dogs.
Yeah, it was not a good time driving, but there was no tornadoes or anything.
No,
So
the wind wasn't bad.
yeah, we made it, but man, my windshield wipers
It quit
were on.
raining at Bloomington, at almost home.
Yeah, we were almost
It quit
home.
raining.
Yeah. it was nuts, but she made it back. And she got some knitting done in her 10-hour airport
We
experience.
sat by the pool and on the plane in the airport. The airport was 10 hours is where I'd done a lot of it.
That's killer. Okay, anyway, that was a long time. Talking about that.
Enough of that.
Okay, is it my turn to do a whip?
Yeah,
Back to knitting?
I'm pretty much done.
Okay, so I have been working on this. Like, act like I haven't been knitting, but I really have. But it's stockinette, so it's like doesn't feel like you're doing anything fun, you know. So I've been working on my zig, and I did show it last time. So it's Zig by Andrea Mowry, and I'm not doing the chevrons. I'm just doing a plain sweater. So I am using Cascade 220 Superwash, and I can't remember what the color was called, but it's this light pink. And then this is Knit Picks Aloft in Blush, and I'm holding them together. And the gauge is good. It's matching up what I want. So I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to fit perfect. Let's see. Where am I at here? This is the back. I'm almost done with the back. I'll probably have it done tonight. So here we are. So I've got the whole body knitted and the neck all done. Well, I guess that's not the neck, that's the neck hole. But the front part, you have your two separate pieces, whatever, got that all finished. And then the back, all I have left to do, I think there's 11 rows of what would be the chart of just back and forth stockinette, nothing, because I already did the short rows and everything in the back. So yeah, I think it's just 11 rows of what would be the chevrons. And then I'm going to do the 3 needle, I think it's 3 needle bind off, right?
It is. Mm-hmm.
So I'll probably have this done tonight, honestly. Unless I
Get the
just
shoulders together.
unless I just don't have it in me, but probably will. So yeah, and then you just pick up the sleeves and knit down. You do. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I will have this done for sure by the next time we podcast, I would say,
Yeah, I'd say you will.
because they're drop shoulders, so they're not like super
Yeah.
long sleeves, right?
No.
Kind of short.
Shorter or...
But man, this is soft. Did you feel that?
Oh, yeah, it is.
It's so
It's pretty thick, isn't it?
yeah, it's nice and it'll be a real cozy sweater.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it'll be fine. I mean, I'll probably wear a tank top. I usually do, but it's right up against the skin. It'll be soft and so cozy.
I think most people wear tank tops or something under their sweaters.
I would think. But yeah, so soft. Love it. But I don't think it wouldn't need to be a long sleeve shirt. It's not going to itch my arms or anything, you know, because it's so soft. But yeah, I think last time I was only like, I don't know, maybe like here.
Yeah, I watched it to see what we did.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I've got a lot done on that. I just feel like I haven't been knitting as much as I would normally knit. But I guess I've been knitting some.
Well, you've been knitting. That blanket probably took
That blanket was a lot of knitting.
Yeah.
Only it just didn't get me very far. Look at
Yeah.
that mohair all over my leggings.
Oh my, you'll have to watch that when you wear it, won't you?
I'll just wear it with jeans. They won't show on jeans. But okay, that's it. That's all for me. I don't have any acquisitions or anything like that.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
Nope.
Well, when I got my ticket, I Googled yarn shops near Jupiter. It was where we were at Jupiter. And I thought, okay, it's probably in downtown. It's probably going to be too much to mess with. You know, probably never be able to find it or something. Well, so I looked it up when we got down there. Literally 5 minutes from our house. 5 minutes down the road, turn left, turn left. It's right there.
Yeah.
So Julie took me down there, and I'm making her a sweater, and she picked out this. It is Jody Long Alba, and it's a merino and alpaca.
Oh, nice.
It's tweed.
Pretty.
Yeah. There was actually a lighter one and than this, and she liked it, but they have it on sale.
This is pretty light.
But there was a lighter one. This was the darker.
Okay.
But it was on sale. They were
Pigeon is what this is called.
like getting out. You couldn't get it anymore. I don't know, something.
No, I thought you told me she said they were just kind of switching out what they had.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And then there is 382 yards in that ball. That's huge.
I got enough for the weekender crew.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, of course, I had to buy myself some sweater quantity. And it was 40% off. So I couldn't pass that up. So I got that color. And it is called...
What are you going to make out of it?
Sea salter. I don't know. I got the same amount.
Because...
I mean, how many yarns have I had to do the weekender cruise?
That would be really pretty in that petite knit one that you thought about using that kubu yarn in.
Oh, the storm?
I think that would make a pretty
You think
storm.
that'd show up with the tweed? It would make a pretty storm.
I think it would.
And I think you have to have 3.
The tweed's not that
pronounced.
No, it's not super like busy.
I would call this a 3, wouldn't you?
Well, we talked about this. It's either a 3 or a 4. I think you should 100% do a gauge swatch because it doesn't say.
To have 382 yards in this amount of ball, I don't think it's worsted. But
I think I said 4, but I did not mean that. I meant sport. 3 or a sport is what I meant.
Yeah.
Because I made that Magnolia t-shirt a few years ago with, I don't even remember what that yarn, Good For You yarn or whatever. And this is kind of what that reminds me of. And it was a sport weight.
I'm trying to read what
I would
the
gauge
gauge
swatch.
is.
I
This
would
is
100%
like
gauge.
29 stitches by 31 rows is 4 inches with a...
23 stitches.
Oh, yeah, it is
23, 31.
Okay.
But I
with
really
a
don't.
size what? What's that? What's the 8, 6? What is it?
5, US 5.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I was looking at the crochet. Yeah. So I don't know.
That's a pretty small needle. I don't know. I would
Gauge it.
I would.
Anyway, so that's what I bought at that yarn shop. Really nice yarn shop. And I had...
You remember what it was called?
Oh, I had it in my purse.
It's in Jupiter, Florida.
Let me put the name of it. It's in Jupiter. It's the only one that came up, period.
And they had to ship it back to her, and it was here when she got home.
Yeah, it was already here.
It was on the porch.
Yeah,
when she got home.
My suitcase was full, and I just did a carry-on and then a purse, And, yeah, I couldn't pack anything else. So anyway, it was here. So the other one was a story with this one.
We just showed this a minute ago.
We just showed it a minute ago. It's the Aran. No, it's not.
Harbor.
I think it's Aran Wade, don't
I
you?
don't know.
You think it's 4 or Aran? Worsted?
I don't know. Yeah, it's probably an Aran or even a light bulky.
Could be a light. Let's see.
Anyway.
Let's compare it. Look here. This is bulkier. No?
I don't know. Tell the story.
Okay. Well, I had this last time, but I was too embarrassed to show it because I'd already shown enough and I didn't want my POA to get on me. So after it was over, we were looking at the yarn and talking about it and stuff. And I said, well, I did get some other along with that. Anyway, I got, I think, 5 of these.
Oh my goodness. What are you going to make out of that?
I don't even know.
How does it knit up? Does it knit up variegated or does it knit up
I don't know.
stripy? It could be stripy.
It might be.
I don't know. See how I don't know.
It says Harbor Lights at night.
Maritimer's Delight.
Sourced from our happy place.
It's the signature harbor, but what's the color? We don't know. It doesn't say, does it? It doesn't say what the color is. Oh,
Oh, what?
let me see that silkwork worsted. Does it say the color
Oh,
on
no,
it?
that's not.
Whatever. It's fine. Let me see this. See if it says. Yeah, okay.
Where does it say? Blue
This is
poppy
just
over
their
there?
signature. And then this colorway is called Harbor, is what I'm getting out of that.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got signature Aran Blue Poppy.
I think it is an Aran.
And then this is signature Harbor.
Yeah, I think
So-
it was in the same section as this.
So maybe it is the same. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
William? Kind of a short one, but I'm out. I'm out of stuff.
I could talk. I did have my Easter party
Okay.
Saturday, and Peter Rhinelander left a bunch of treasures again.
Okay, no one's gonna know what that is.
Rhinelander means rabbit, so Peter Rabbit.
I thought Rhinelander was like the name of the guy that built this or had this property or something. Oh, did you just make that
I
up?
made that up.
Oh, I didn't know it was made up.
And it was 2 years ago, so who knows? I thought that it meant rabbit or something.
Okay.
So anyway, he shows up every year. He's a big rabbit with glasses. And he hides treasures. Well, this year, instead of hints, like I usually make a, well, kind of like a riddle
It's like kind
to
of
tell you where to go.
a scavenger hunt.
Yeah, it's like a scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
So this year, I wanted to do songs because that's what I do all the time.
Yeah.
I'm always singing something to
Like
a
I
word.
could say carpet. Can you come up with a song with that in it?
No, not right now. Probably Magic Carpet. was
Magic
probably
carpet
something.
ride.
Magic Carpet Ride. Okay.
Yeah.
So
You
anyway,
can just
so,
say a word, she can come up with the song.
maybe. So I did, for each place, I had a song for that.
Mhm.
Some of them were just like country songs. Some of them were really super goofy.
Yeah.
But they listened.
Yeah.
And you had to listen for the word.
Mhm.
That was the hint.
Yeah.
Like, the woodshed was, how much wood would a woodchuck take?
And then there was just a swinging.
Just a swing.
So we went to the swing.
And then the back porch was Dirk's Bentley, back porch chilling.
Front porch chilling, right?
No, back porch chilling.
Oh,
Front
okay.
porch was front porch picking.
Okay.
Basketball was bounce. It was a kid thing. What else? With the persimmon was Possum in the Cemetery.
What?
Possum in the Simmons.
Possum in the Simmons.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That was the name of that one.
Okay.
And the garden was the English Country Garden. You know, do 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 do. So
Yeah. It was fun though.
it was fun. They liked that. They liked
Mhm.
that. They would get the hint.
She always does the same. She has like certain landmarks in her yard, and she always does the same one. So next year we think,
We got to swap them.
because all the kids have them memorized.
Yeah.
Because she usually starts and then we kind of work our way around.
Yeah.
So next year we're gonna have to throw them off a little bit.
Well,
We're gonna have to have some new landmarks.
I did it in this section of the yard because they were so little. But next year, they're all bigger.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go all over the yard next year, unless it's pouring rain or something. But
Yeah.
I want to do something different. Yeah. We'll figure it out. But I'm always doing something on Easter.
You've been doing that type of thing though since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Because I remember being like 12, 13, running around.
Oh, before then, Brock was like 2 or 3 or something.
Was he? Was that when you started it?
3 or 4. So you would
Oh.
have been 5 or 6.
Oh, okay. I just don't remember, I guess. I remember being old enough to like kind of be too old for it, but still thought it was fun.
Yeah.
You know?
And I've got stories every year for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You have to put those all in like a binder or
I
something.
thought
one of
about
these days.
that.
Make
Yeah.
a whole binder
I don't
by
have a
your Easter.
computer to do it, but
No, just like, don't you have them all written down?
I have them all handwritten.
Just stick it in there. Be cute. Like
Yeah.
kind of scrapbooky style.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it for us.
Yeah.
Hopefully next time
That's all
I'll
she
have
wrote.
some more excitement in my life with knitting. My life's
Oh,
been too
me
exciting.
too.
That's why I haven't knitted. I'm tired. I come home and I'm like, ugh, I just want to go to bed.
Yeah.
Like every night we get in bed like usually about 10 o'clock we get in bed. And it's like the best part of the day. I love it. I love that so much. Like, bed, I'm in bed, everything's done for the day. And normally I would knit. And the last like couple weeks, I just want to like play on my phone, do some crossword puzzles, and then go to sleep. I shop, I add things to my cart that I never buy.
I'm going to say it's real dangerous at night.
I just add them to my cart for fun, and then like a couple days will go by, and I'm like, I don't want that.
I did buy one
Delete.
more thing at Yarn for a sweater.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's my Christmas present, Becky's.
Oh, okay. All right.
Thought I better have it in case
Just in
I
case.
decide I want to start it.
Yeah.
Because, I've got 2 full sweaters to knit
Mhm.
before Christmas, plus finish Laura's Granny Square one. So,
Cool. All right. Well,
yeah.
we'll see you next time.
Okay.
Probably a month or more, like usually.
Probably Mayflowers bring spring. What is it?
May showers bring
April
April
shower.
showers bring
Mayflower. Yeah, we'll be in May.
Yeah, we'll be going to Michigan mid-May, so we probably won't podcast until after we get back from that. Okay.
Probably around Memorial Day or something.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
We're done. Bye.